No something obvious.
It's in a pieces. If it's time, it should pass.
Those tiny should go to the store.
You know, I knew I had a lot to do, and of course, we're right here in the midst of this corona epidemic. Our whole model of practicing medicine has changed. So we take extra precautions, and everybody's been very supportive and understanding of why we have to do it the way we're doing it, because we want to keep them safe and also want to keep their pets safe. Dr. Feelgood, the world famous veterinary doctor with the coolest name in the world, so he did an abdominal ultrasound and said there's definitely something going on there. So we came to the conclusion we got a really sick dog. Because dogs are starting to be like people. They eat all the crap we eat, and they get all the problems that people get. We went in there, we found a lot of damage in the stomach. We were able to repair it. Okay, so now we're just looking at the entire intestine to make sure there's nothing. Nice healthy pancreas. We're just looking for anything that might have got clogged up in there. It's all perfect. We may never know what the dog got into, but it was something very toxic because it really tore up the stomach. And we just had to make sure there wasn't a perforation or anything like that because the dog was in so much pain. Together. I was his family's paper boy, growing up together in a little town, Mishawaka, Indiana. His dad ran a television station, right?
Yeah,
WNDU TV on the campus of Notre Dame. And then after high school, you went to California, right?
Yeah.
20 years passed, and his little brother was a big shot with Coca-Cola. So his brother lived here, and he wanted to move back to be around family, so he moved to Atlanta. Saw me on the news one day. I wonder if that's the Mike Good I grew up with, because his mom had told him I went to vet school somewhere. And then he walked in the door, and he's been here ever since. Unbelievable. Look at that profile. That is a magnificent kitty. He is magnificent. Now we're just giving our booster shots. Now, rabies is required by law in Georgia because we have the highest incidence of rabies east of the Mississippi. All of our pets have to be vaccinated, immunized for rabies. Also, we recommend an upper respiratory slice distemper shot for cats because even indoor cats can contract those viruses. We see a lot of feral cats with rabies, raccoons, skunks. There's a litany of mammals that can get rabies. Cows, horses. I mean, vaccines help prevent that. But even a dog or cat that's been documented has tangled with an animal, they still have to be quarantined. That's how serious rabies is because everybody dies who gets rabies, and it's a serious problem. Usually, if they're incubating rabies, they'll stop eating, they'll start having abnormal behavior. Cats aren't as vicious as dogs in some species. There's got to be an observation period to make sure they're normal. So, and you got to be careful. If you get bitten or scratched, you have to take precautions. Perfect example, I had a guy come in here, he feeds a lot of feral cats. He found a litter of kittens. Well, one of them bit him. And then the kittens started acting abnormal. They tested and they all had rabies. So now he had to be vaccinated. You know what I'm saying? And you don't think of little kittens getting rabies, but it can. So she's going to another vet, and they're going to take the stitches out in a couple of days. And I want to make sure this dog doesn't have a low-grade fever, so will somebody please get the puppy dog? That's the first thing to do, get a weight and get a temperature. Hear that, boys and girls?
It was actually something that I was actively looking for, where I was looking to remove a dog from a bad situation and put him into a much better situation. So I was actually looking on Craigslist, and they had a picture of the puppy online, and I saw the puppy, and it was on a table, and I could see its ribs, and I was like, okay, that's the one. I have no idea what she's had, what she hasn't had, but she's not in the best shape. It is a Belgian Malinois. They're sort of like slightly larger German Shepherds. They're typically dogs that end up becoming police dogs, or they're cuddly little therapy dogs for people that have anxiety.
What did you name her?
Her name is Yumi.
Uni, I love it. And trust me, after this dewormer kicks in, she's going to be a fireball. And don't be surprised if a bunch of ugly worms come out.
Yep.
Just wrap them up and throw them away. Usually puppies, they get them from their mother's milk. That's how all this keeps rocking and rolling. And we have to assume, even though she's about 4 months old, we have to assume the previous people haven't done much for her. So she's probably been harboring these. So he started her on some good food, and that canned food he just gave is called EN, made by Purina. She will love it, and it'll get her to eat more. Now, it's real important. We have to assume she's had nothing.
Yep.
There are viruses similar to this stuff that's floating around now that incubate inside of puppies for a while before they show clinical signs. And it can come on overnight. Because if she starts vomiting, if she gets real depressed, this parvovirus, one day they're fine and the next day they're dead. Now I'm hoping that's not the case, but that's the way viruses work. And this epidemic or pandemic with this coronavirus is very similar. Except we have a vaccine for parvovirus in puppies, and I just gave the first one. But we have to build up the immunity. And it's going to take a series of shots. Okay?
If you're looking to adopt a new pet into your family or are curious to see what the Homeless Pets Foundation has to offer, please visit our website at homelesspets.com or click the link below. All shots, inspections, and registrations are included in the low adoption fee. We kindly accept donations to keep the nonprofit running healthy and strong, just like our beautiful pets looking for a home.